Equip Expo 2023. Let's go. So we're over here at the Massimo booth, and I've got Chris here that's going to tell me all about this 560. This is their newest machine, and then we're going to go over to like this big Gladiator machine that I saw. So I'm going to turn it over to you because you know more about this than me.
Brad, awesome. Some quick highlights. It's a 560 single cylinder,
okay,
34 horsepower, fuel injected and liquid cooled.
Fuel injected, that's nice for starting, for sure.
Cold weather, absolutely. Park, neutral, high, low, and reverse, park and brake. And then these arched poly doors. One of the nice things about the poly doors is you're a bigger guy with taller legs.
You know, we have looked at a lot of UTVs, and all of them that I've seen that I remember were straight, and they didn't have this little flare out. This is low to the ground, and I'm not getting any younger, so coming up into here, seems like there's a lot of industry trends to make them taller. No, I like the way that you can get in and out of it quickly.
Well, some companies, Brad, they use nets, and those nets, they're gonna catch your feet, and people remove them, then you have no safety there. The door is going to keep you warmer, weather, mud, all off of you.
Let's talk about the bed. I see a handle there.
Yeah, so we've got a tilt assist.
What is our weight capacity of the bed?
So Brad, it's 330 pounds.
Okay.
It's a poly bed. Now, we keep that number low. Obviously, people can haul more in here. It's not recommended. We recommend up to 330 pounds because that's going to offset your weight. And if we put too much weight back here, it's going to take weight off the front end. Stability-wise, it just becomes a hassle. So the bed's nice. We've got all these holes for different accessories to put in. We've got a nice automotive-style rear latch. Tailgate's nice and easy. Heavy-duty straps. I'm over 200 pounds. It's no problem.
So what I liked about that tailgate coming down, that looked like that was one-hand operation.
That's correct. Yep.
Let me check that out, because you see on a lot of UTVs that they have a latch on either side, and that just slows you down when you're trying to get work done. That's just like a truck tailgate. Yep. I like it. It feels solid. Smooth. So is there any other features you want to talk about on this before we go to the big machine?
Yeah, so real quick, while we're here, I just want to hit, we also have some tie-down points inside here. So if you got any loose equipment, you can just strap it right in place, secure it, so when you're going off-roading, nothing's popping out.
So real quick, how about accessories? What accessories do you offer, or is this thing the T-Boss 560, does it come outfitted with this, or is this thing highly accessorized already?
So Brad, the way you see it, it's pretty well equipped. Fully loaded, aluminum wheels, aggressive Duro tires. We have rock sliders, all standard. Arch poly doors.
You call this a rock slider?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Any type of equipment you're going to hit while off-roading, it's going to protect this plastic from cracking. The arch doors are running over. The roof is standard. The tilt windshield is standard.
Let's show the operation of that tilt windshield.
Sure. Brad, so right now we got it set for just 2 inches open, so we get a little bit of airflow, not a lot. On cold days, we can close it and lock it in place, or we can fully open it on a hot day.
I really like that. I really like that feature because we're in Florida and it's hot a lot.
Absolutely.
But we also get a lot of rain. So when you get that afternoon shower, you put that down and you put it down part way, you still get some airflow.
Airflow, yep.
So that's...
And it's got the lip to keep water from coming inside. Yep.
That's real nice. Last thing we'll talk about before we slide over to the other one, price point. What are we looking at for this machine? Not show price, but if the normal consumer was going to go out and buy it from a dealer tomorrow.
Brad, absolutely. So this machine with the winch included, the way you see it is, $10,499.
$10,499.
Yep. 1 year warranty, parts and labor.
Sounds good. Let's go over to the big machine because I can't leave here without having that on film.
Can't wait.
So what caught my attention was this machine, and of course they're always going to put their gnarliest product right out front. They got it on this rock sculpture here, but this thing, it might be too much for Piney Grove, but we got to talk about it a little bit. Tell me a little bit about the Warrior.
Yeah, Brad, one of the things that excites me the most about the Warrior is its size and presence. When you're driving down the trail or the road, it just screams massive.
It does. Yeah. What is our track width? Are we talking truck vehicle track width?
I believe it's 68 inches wide. So one of the things you're going to see is just the way it comes standard, exactly the way we see it.
Just like this.
So we got a 3,500 pound winch.
Okay, that winch looks like it'll get you out of a lot of trouble, but I see some really thick and heavy duty suspension under here.
Absolutely, Brad. So as you look this over, you're going to see these control arms are super thick, super strong. We've got a piggyback gas shock here.
Oh, I see it, yep.
Aggressive off-roading. Adjusted dampening from hard or soft. We can also adjust this collar here for just easeability on that shock. So if we want to be smoother, softer,
Yeah, to increase your, or to give you better ride quality depending on the terrain.
That's correct.
All right, we're coming over here to the side of the vehicle, and all I see is steel. I mean, I don't see any plastic here. This thing just looks like it's ready to do some heavy work.
So Brad,
let's go.
Yeah, we consider this to be our full metal jacket model. So we've got steel doors, steel side curtains, steel, everything on this model steel. There's no plastic. As we open the door, we've got 3-row seating right here.
All right, let's watch you. We're about same size guys. Let's watch you climb up in there. I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds, and just it looks really easy to get in this thing.
First off, Brad, when you open the door, you got some side steps right here, so you can grab right in, let yourself right inside. We've got an adjustable driver's seat, our parking brake, our winch controller, so we can adjust our winch with a 12-foot cord. We can do it safely from outside the vehicle. Our tilt steering wheel. We also have our large screen here, which this also does our front camera, rear camera, our GPS, all our gauges. We do have our horn, power dump bed, blinkers left to right, instrument panel, high and low beam, and we've got some power outlets right on the dash, so you could do your cell phone charger and a power outlet.
All right, we talked about creature comforts, but this is where business gets done back here. So let's talk about capacity.
Sure.
And then let's get into price and warranty. But
Absolutely.
What can this thing haul? What it can tow as well?
Absolutely. So Brad, this rear bed has a capacity a little over 500 pounds, and we have this removable jump seat here. So this is for rear passengers. They have seat belts right inside here, and this is a quick, easy removal system, so you could take it right out, put your mulch, your landscaping supplies, firewood, whatever you want in the back here. Now this model also has a power dump. So just like a dump truck you see on the road, hit the button, power dump. You're gonna see that big shock right in the bottom there. To do that, there's two, one on either side. And again, everything's fully made out of metal. We have our stake pockets, so you can build whatever you want around the side of this, build it up higher, make it more better for you.
And that's a big difference from the other unit that we looked at, because that just had like an assist for the dump.
Correct.
And this one, you just push a button, and dump it. And I like that. I'm not getting any younger, so I like that push button stuff. What's our warranty period? And last but not least, what will this run me?
Yep, so our warranty is 12 months, parts and labor. And the price in this model is $18,399 at any of our 132 dealers.
18.3, and I know that sounds like a big number, but when you're getting into the UTV market with it's a 1,000cc engine, right?
Yes, V-twin.
So it is that they aren't cheap, and 18K really is very competitive from what I've been hearing around the show. But
yeah, absolutely.
I know you're a busy man. I
Brad,
appreciate
it.
all the time that you've spent with me today, and we're going to get this thing out on YouTube and get it some publicity. I love it. I wish it would fit my luggage and take home with me.
Absolutely.
I got Matt here from Intimidator, and he's going to tell us why we want to buy this UTV right here. Go ahead, Matt.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, so this vehicle is actually very exciting to me. So we were able to put a 4-cylinder engine in it, which has, 40 horsepower. It's a 45-mile-an-hour vehicle. But what is really cool about this is the payload. So we have 1,250-pound payload capacity for the single row. We have 1,000-pound payload capacity for the crew cab. And also have an integrated ball snowplow mount on the front. And it's a work first, play second kind of a vehicle. So if you're a homeowner with acreage, if you got, horses, or if you have a bunch of fences and cows or whatever, this is going to be a very significant tool that you can run out to the farm and be able to take care of your business while you're out there. So the highest payload in the class, has a rhino line bed, right? Has all the blinkers, turn signals, hazards. Like, you can actually be safe whenever you're out there, crossing the streets.
Yeah, and that's important nowadays, because people aren't just using these on the farm. They might want to go down the road a little bit to a neighbor's farm, and it's good to have those safety features.
100%.
So we talked about the horsepower, we talked about the top speed, hydraulic dump bed. So how much can I put in that bed and hit the button and it'll dump?
So it's industry leading, 1,250 pounds into this, right? So the electric actuator is set up to be able to handle all of that weight.
We switch to the back here, and he's going to talk about this, and then we'll show you the big ram cylinder that pushes this bed up.
Yeah, so not only is it a steel bed, which, there's a lot of plastic beds in the industry, and they do okay or whatever, but if you're a work first vehicle, you want a steel bed and you want it rhino lined, and every single one of these units come rhino lined from the factory.
Yeah, so you don't have to get the unit and then take it somewhere to do it or do it yourself. It's ready to work when you get it on your farm on day one. That's a big plus to people that don't have a lot of time, or maybe there's nobody around you that will run a line. So yeah, it's ready to work on day one.
So another cool thing about this is that the bed opens up to an angle where the service techs can get in there and do any work they want to do. Like, it's completely open.
It really is.
So the serviceability of this unit is unmatched. From my experience, I've never seen anything this easy to work on.
I can get to the spark plugs, I can get to the air cleaner, I can get to everything real easy.
Everything.
And I don't know that I've seen that in another UTV, although I haven't seen them all out there. So that's definitely a good selling point. All right, Matt, tell us a little bit about the interior and what functions and features make the Intimidator stand out.
The standard feature set on this vehicle is really robust. So we have turn signals, we have high beam lights, we have hazards, we have a horn.
Can we hear it?
Surely we can hear it.
That's a good horn.
Cruise control on a utility vehicle. Like, this is the first time.
Did you hear that? Cruise control on a utility vehicle. That just blows my mind.
The fit, the form, the function on this unit is just amazing. And the engine is the rock star of the whole thing.
That's what we're looking for, is something to work with. You know, we can do that 45 miles an hour, but we're not trying to jump jumps up at Piney Grove. We're trying to get work done, put in fences, and it sounds like this is a perfect match for us at Piney Grove. I'm here with Jacob from KUBOTA. We got some pretty good looking side-by-sides behind us, and Jacob's gonna tell us all about them and why we need one at Piney Grove Homestead. So let's go, man, let's do this.
Start with our RTV-X. So our X series as a whole has been a bestseller in the pure utility vehicle segment in North America since 2003, but it hasn't gone through a major refresh until now.
Okay, so we're gonna see some new things that are first in class, or at least first time they've been released to the public, right?
Exactly.
And that's why we're here at this show, is to bring those things to you.
Yeah, so what we started by doing is solving some of the most common pain points with our prior 900 and 1120. So we resolved the hard shifting, we improved the parking brake, we've got a little bit more torque and better hill climb performance than our past models.
What about high end or top speed? Has that increased at all?
No, that stayed about the same.
Okay.
And the primary reason for that is we found that when you're on a farm or an ag application or you're a residential customer, the idea of going really fast is great, but the actual application of it is basically non-existent unless you're going out to the dunes, you're going rock crawling. These machines are built to work.
They're built to work, well, you can play in them, just not at a high speed.
We're gonna start by showing off this exterior redesign, a bit more aggressive than we've done in the past. We also have the LED lights, high and low. These two new features really blend in and also support the new HDMP tire, which is heavy duty multi-purpose. That's a brand new tire offering for our KUBOTA lineup.
So on hard shifting, and you said you improved that or it went away, new transmission, or what did we do to fix that?
Most of the transmission is the same, but we recut the gears within the transmission to help for kind of that smooth transition between gears.
Good deal, good deal.
Now anybody that's operated hydrostat transmission knows that shifting is typically a problem. It's not as easy as like a CVT type transmission.
So these are hydrostatic vehicles?
These are hydrostatic vehicles with that KUBOTA diesel engine, which much like this series as a whole has been a global bestseller for its horsepower category basically since its launch. So another one of the features that we have on select trims for our RTV-X is the Pro Convert cargo bed, which we'll show you on the long bed because that's a standard feature. But the key here is, number one, we've got a steel bed. A bed liner is available from the factory as well for increased durability, increased quality. The other key here is that it's got a hydraulic dump bed. So that dump bed, you know, we all know loading is one thing. The capacity is solid, but the ability to actually dump that material effectively and precisely is a result of having that hydraulic dump bed, which is something we're very excited about.
So when you have a work vehicle, the bed is very important. What was the capacity again of that bed? And then we'll come over here to this one.
Yeah, so that bed's a little over 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds. And with the hydraulic lift, when that thing's full at 1,000 pounds, no problem dumping it?
Easy.
Easy, okay,
Easy.
overbuilt.
Right.
All right, let's talk about this one. This thing, I think this has as long or as big a bed as my pickup truck, This thing looks like something we could really use on our farm. Is this concept? Is this in production? Tell me about this.
Yeah. So this is actually our RTV-X1130.
Okay.
So this is a portfolio expansion of our current X Series platform. So it's got the 1-row ROPS configuration, but we are able to, with a longer wheelbase, have a 6-foot-long cargo bed as a standard feature on this product. Not only that, because of that long bed, we've got the most cargo capacity we've had on any of our X Series prior. It also has the most, at about 1,213 pounds. We also have the most volume capacity of this at a little over 26 cubic feet. In addition to that, you'll see this Pro Convert feature, which I mentioned earlier. So this can be set, you remove the latches down here, and you're able to fold that side all the way down. In addition to that, when compared to other long bed models in the category, it's about 4 inches lower of a loading height than the competition, making it extremely easy to load, unload materials, either from the side, but with that height in general.
And that's not a trivial feature, because as we get older, get in our later stages of life, we don't want to lift things taller or higher. So having that thing, you know, below my hips allows me to put hay in there a lot easier. So I like that feature as well.
But we didn't stop there when it comes to the Pro Convert. The other great feature is that without tools, you're able to remove all the sides and convert it to a flatbed.
That is very interesting to me. So all these sides come off, complete flatbed, and maybe I missed it, but is it full dump as well?
Full hydraulic dump
Okay.
as well, standard.
1,200 pounds. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of dirt. That's a lot of rocks. That's a lot of logs. So this seems to be a workhorse. Well, hey, I know you're busy here at the show. We appreciate your time, Jacob.
Thank you.
Check us out on Piney Grove. We've been showing some side-by-sides here today at the second day of the expo. And here's the Envy, and this is actually an electric side-by-side. And if you don't have 8 hours of work to do, you're just trying to move around a short distance on a little piece of property, or maybe you're only carrying some dirt, you know, for an hour or so, electric might be the way to go. Definitely less engine maintenance. Coyote is becoming a recognizable brand with compact tractors. They've also got a good-looking side-by-side as well. Well, here's the John Deere side-by-side, and that is a really good-looking cab. Looks like there's a lot of visibility with that cab. So we're gonna wrap this up. So until next time, y'all take care out there, and remember, life's short, tractor hard.
See you guys.